So as I mentioned in the last video, it took roughly 20 minutes for the VR template to load. And what I'd like to do now is actually just go ahead and just do File, Save All, so that I have it all saved in there. And I'm going to jump back to my GitHub desktop. Now, you can check in and out files while this is on, but for the first check-in for me, I usually just close this out. And I'm going to go ahead and do a repository. Let's go ahead and close Unreal there as well. So off on the side, you can see here's our repository settings. Here's our branch. What you can do is click on current repository. That's this. These are all the files from that thing. And what I'd like to do is go here, make sure that it's still on Ask Eric and there's a blue dot so it's still connected. Now, what we want to do is commit to master. So what I'm going to type in is this is the first check-in of our project. Commit to master. And let's type in a summary, first check-in. It's committing. Now, it didn't actually publish it to the branch. See how it says publish your branch here? If you click here, you can see that I'm on the master branch. And I'll talk about creating new master branches. And I can click it here or hit Control P or click publish to branch here. And now you can see it's actually pushing it online. So I'm going to go over here back to my manage access here. I'm going to click on Ask Eric. And you'll see here there's issues, pull requests, actions. This is where we can kind of look at um, how many pulls, pushes, and what's going on in the project. And if we, for example, click on issues, it'll tell us if anything popped up, pull requests. So while this is going on, again, this is where you can manage what's going on in your project. So I'm going to click on Ada Margin here for a second. And you can see it said created one commit. And then I'm going to click on that just to look at that. And you can say, hey, first check-in, somebody just did that. That's what I just checked in from my repository. I currently have 0 changes, but if I click on this Ask Eric folder, you can see it has all of our different Unreal project files. And that also corresponds to, if I go to my desktop here and I click on Documents, I go to GitHub, Ask Eric, Ask Eric VR, you can see here are all of these configurations. Here's Ask Eric VR, and you can see they're the exact same file. So what's inside of here is also there. If you are, for the first time, getting, like when you open GitHub Desktop, it's gonna, when we do that initial, you click that initial setup. So you click here, and then you end up going to Ask Eric, and then there's that, you'll see that clone button for the first time. Well, here's a clone or download, and you click that desktop, it'll actually install it all, and you'll get a clean project like this, and then you'll have a project folder where you save it with all your stuff in there. So that's it for now for that, and then in the next video we'll take a look at setting up our Unreal project scene.